Hey yo, guys. So, today we're gonna do the first episode of today's rant. We're gonna be talking about exclusives. Not only PC or maybe console, but exclusives in general. What they're good for, what they're bad for, what they've done for the gaming market, gaming world, let's say. So, I'm going to talk about my opinion first, then the average consumer's opinion. Then I'm talking about the developers, so whoever makes the exclusives, what's their reasoning. Then I'm going to objectively look like what's good about it, what's bad about it in general. And then we're going to end the video, so yeah. Okay, my opinion. So, my opinion on exclusives is that they are not that good. I don't like them. They can work and be good in some situations, in my opinion, but I don't think they're good in general. So my first exclusive I want to take up in this rant is Gigantic. So Gigantic is exclusive to only Microsoft consoles, maybe that means Xbox and PC. So then you wonder, why is it an exclusive? Why is it on PS4? It's a really good game. Because Microsoft helped the developers when they were in a financial crisis. So the developers could actually make money and not destroy the game, because they saw that the game was good, so they wanted the game to exist. Then they were like, yeah, let's make an exclusive so we can make money. That's the bad part about it. I think that exclusives are bad because only the companies that make the developers, not the publishers, only wants money. They don't care about the gaming experience in general. So that's my opinion on it, and I think that's not... Let's take another game. Let's take Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn, two games of Guerrilla Games. Now, Guerrilla Games got bought up by Sony when their first Killzone game became famous. And then they made Horizon Zero Dawn, a fantastic game. Like one of the best games of this year. And yeah, let's make an exclusive because we bought up the company. So they really only want money off of it. But like I said, if they help a company, like Sony did, or let's say Microsoft did, then it can be good, because they help the developers. They actually make it, yeah, now you can actually exist and make your game something real. While some other publishers just buy a game from developers and make it an exclusive, which I don't think it's good. I think it's really bad, and they just want money and they're hurting the gaming experience for the consumers. But something good about it is that they help the developers, which is probably the best thing about the exclusive. They help the developers. But then there's the developers that only want the game on one console. Now that can be a good and a bad thing, depending on the game. A good thing can be that, not a good thing, but something that won't work as a bad thing, it won't work in general, is let's say a developer wants to make an RTS or a MOBA. Now, a top-down MOBA. It'll be really hard to make a top-down MOBA or top-down RTS then on a PS4 or Xbox, because you just can't control it that easy. Because you might have to micromanage so much things. Well, if I have a mouse or a keyboard, it will be so much easier. So that's why some developers, like them Blizzard, like in Riot Games, only make their games for PC. Then they mean StarCraft and Warcraft, not Overwatch and stuff. Which is something good in my opinion. Not good, but it's better than... It's average, like I can say. It's mediocre. But it works. That's one of the good things. Again, not good, I'm stupid. Okay. But then there's developers that only want on one console for other reasons. Let's see a game like CSGO. Valve, being the company that only has things on PC, only wants their games on PC. There are so many good Valve games, like CSGO, like Left 4 Dead, like Half-Life, Portal, that can work on console, but just have it on PC instead because they have their software on PC. Which is something bad in my opinion. They should expand it to console and PC. But it can work like that because they have software on PC. Now we'll talk about the average consumers experience with exclusives. Now, the average consumer won't be that hurt by exclusives in most cases, but in some cases they might be devastated by the effects. Let's say Cuphead. Cuphead will only come to Xbox, has only come to Xbox and PC, probably only will. But people from PS4 could easily play it, but they just didn't want it to be played on PS4. Now, let's set up a scenario here. let's say you're playing on PS4 and you see an ad about Cuphead, and you're like, damn, this game looks awesome, this game looks amazing. But then you realize, damn, it won't come to PS4. You'll be really devastated, and you have to buy a whole new console to play it, and the game even. That's a lot of money to play one game. So that's one thing that can destroy someone's gaming experience, just by exclusives. But you might say, yeah, but there's some exclusives on only one console, the console that you're playing. Yeah, but then that doesn't affect you, but it affects other people that doesn't play on that console. Let's take God of War. God of War could be easily played on PS4, Xbox, easily played on PC. But people, then Sony are like, yeah, on my console I can make money. That can damage the average consumer, just by not being able to play an amazing game, an amazing title, an amazing franchise, just by one developer who want money. That's something bad about exclusives for the average consumer. But it can be good for the average consumer, like discounts, deals, even better game experience for the console that you have. Which, yeah, that's 3 good pros just for like exclusives for the average consumer. But that's every time you have one of those pros, that'll be one con for every other console player for every other gamer that exists, because you won't have that console and that privilege to get that game. And same go for if you have 3 cons for a console, other person will have 3 pros for that console, because they have a different console and will get another game. That's an exclusive. And this can be a really bad thing if you really think about it, because people will have really good games on their console, while other people used to have really shitty games on a different console, but have some good games that doesn't exist on another console. Exclusive most probably the best games that exist often that exist, because developers is like, damn, that game looks awesome, I'll buy it, make it exclusive to my console. Let's say like God of War, let's say like Left 4 Dead's amazing, let's say like Halo, let's say like Gears of War, all these games just amazing. But it's a developer that's like, yeah, I want to make money, I don't want another developer to have another console to have my game. This game is mine. That's gonna also ruin the game experience for the average consumer. But luckily, most people don't care about it, because they already have their games on their console. Let's say if you play on PS4, you'll already have God of War, you will have Horizon Zero Dawn, you will have all those different games, and the new Spider-Man comes out, looks pretty good. While you might think, okay, yeah, Gears of War seems good, but I already have God of War, I already have Killzone, I don't need it. Now that can actually be good, because you already have, every console has their own exclusive of a different genre. FPSs we have on PC of CSGO, on Xbox we get Gears of War third person, we have Halo on Xbox. On PS4 we have Killzone. All of this we have different exclusive for different different genres, which can be good. So you can always choose like, okay, I think Halo seems better, like futuristic shooters that's not COD, more than old classic shooters, Modern Warfare shooters, you know. And yeah, but if you like on PC, right, okay, I like CSGO, I like the console of CSGO. I like you can just aim with every weapon, I like how you have to defuse the bomb and stuff. And if you play on PS4 you have Killzone, so that can be good, because you have more options to choose a game that you like. Which, in my opinion, is really good, and average consumer's opinion can be good, but it can still ruin because of the same reason that it's good. Let's look at the companies that make the game exclusives. Let's look at their opinion, their side of stuff. Okay, first up, let's say we have a game like Horizon Zero Dawn. When you buy a company that makes games, you'll most often have those games mainly on your console. That's what Sony did for Horizon Zero Dawn in Guerrilla Games. Which, yeah, that can be a good thing, they help the developers. But still, they're just locking down their consumers that want that game to one console. But now let's you only take at their side. Let's think that I am the owner of Sony, the owner of Microsoft, Bill Gates, and just think, why would I do this? Okay, let's start up. Okay, I see a good game. I'll say, okay, it seems really good. The company seems to be an indie developer, so yeah, I can just buy them or buy their game and make an exclusive to my title, exclusive to my console, which can be really good, but it can also be really bad because of the same reason like I said. But let's just keep on their side. And oh, you see, another game, I'll just buy it and make it to my console. So I can make money. And my consumers can be better. Can be happier. Because they chose my console. Now that scenario can be a win-lose situation depending on how you think about it. It's a win situation 100% for the company that buys the game. If the game is really good, the people buy it. But it can be a win-lose situation for the developers. If they buy it, they make people buy their console because of it. But the game doesn't sell that much because it's not a good game. And it can be a lose-lose situation because the game is not good and no one buys it. They lost all their money on it buying that game. And many people just switch consoles because it was a bad game and they bought the console but then gave it back and stuff like that. So that's probably the developer's side of things because it's not that actually smart to buy a game if not want to make money. There's some developers that are really good that make the game on every single console even though the game is really popular and probably people have tried to buy their games and make the exclusive their titles. Like Hi-Rez. Hi-Rez developers might be pretty, you can say shady because they often take other ideas, let's say. But they made a really good thing that all their popular games, Smite have it, Paladins have it, Hands of the Gods, a new game of them, is on is on Xbox, PS4 and PC. Well, you may think that, oh no, it's just on PC. Actually, it's on every single console. But it was on PC first, but then it became popular and they made it on every single console. Which is really smart. And let's take another company that's a different company. Let's say Nintendo. There's the opposite of Hi-Rez. Let's say, okay, oh, I make a new Mario game, but I don't want it on my console because I made the game. That can be smart, yeah. I made the game, I deserve to have this on my console. But also, here's a kudo to Nintendo. They make their games on weird consoles, let's say. You know the Wii with you have a shaky controller that you use to navigate through the games. And the Switch, same with that, and Wii U, and we have the GameCube weird controller, even there. The N64, look at that controller. All their games have weird controllers, so they can't be played on other consoles. Which I think, yeah, that's actually really smart. Not only because of that they make money off of it, they also be able to have a reason for having an exclusive, and it's a good reason, because they make weird consoles. If they made a normal, like normal controller for their games, it'd be really dumb to make an exclusive for the, not really dumb, really shady to make an exclusive. Well, now they have a good reason to make it an exclusive. So they're also a good company for actually trying to differentiate themselves from the gaming world, so they can have exclusives. Well, companies like Sony, like, yeah, we have pretty much the same controller as Xbox. One thing, the left joystick is either up or down, depending on which console. Now they make exclusives then because they want to make money. Well, Nintendo makes exclusives not only because they have weird controllers, but because it won't work on different consoles, and because they make their games. Like Sony and Microsoft buys games, they make their games. So let's take if you wanted to play Breath of the Wild on, let's say, PS4, you wouldn't be able to, because you have to use the motion sensors to play. Yeah, if you had PS4 VR, PSVR, no, what's it called? Yeah, PSVR, you would be able to do it, or the Magic controller, what's it called? Then yeah, you might be able to do it, but it won't be the same feeling as you have the Switch Joy-Cons. Same with Xbox, you have Kinect, then yeah, you might be able to, who's plays on the Kinect then again? I don't know. So that's a good thing from Nintendo. Kudos to them. Let's summarize what I've said right now. Okay, so first of all, my opinion, it's bad. I don't think exclusive should exist if it doesn't meet one of two requirements. Either the developers are the owner of the console, or the owner of the console buys the game. Not buys the games, helps the developers by helping in a financial crisis or something like that. And in the average consumer's opinion, it won't hurt them if they don't meet a couple of really specific requirements, like they want one single game that will be an exclusive and stuff like that. Let's take the owners of the console side of things. Yeah, they make money off of it, but they might ruin the console experience if they make an exclusive, if they don't own the console and makes the games, or they help the developers with a financial crisis. Only if it meets those requirements, it can work in my opinion, and it's good in my opinion if it meets one of those two requirements. Otherwise, it's really bad. I think it should exist. I think that every developer should try to make their game on every single console. That's my opinion. I think they should be like that, because if they don't make the game on every single console, they'll just maybe hurt someone, because everyone wants to play games. That's where we are, we're all gamers. So we all want to play games. If they find that one of the games that they're most hyped about are only on one console, or maybe two on their console, and they're really sad about it and have to waste money on a new console, or just not play the game which they're hyped about. Which, yeah, okay, you play one console, you have your games, but can't you just make so everyone can play every single game? It'd be so much better. Maybe not Nintendo games, because like I said, they have different controllers, and they can be really clunky stuff. So I think it'd be better if you just make it like a different game. Like if you make it every single console, it'd be so good if you do it, because then we can play games and not be able to say, yeah, oh, you don't have that game, you scrub. But something that might be bad if that happens is, I'm not trying to sound like an elitist when I say this, but PC have a lot better graphical fidelity than every single console that exists, or most PCs. If you have a mid-range PC, you're better than most consoles and stuff, but in graphics. And because mouse and controller are a lot more precise than controllers. Mouse and keyboard, not mouse and controllers, more precise than controller. It'll be so much better if it's a competitive game for the PC gamers. And if it's a single-player game, the graphics will look so much better on PC. Something that might happen is that consoles might die because of it, which is something really bad. I don't want that. We are gamers, but that's one good point that I'll give to exclusives. It makes it a reason to play on consoles and not on PC. Right? I'm not trying to sound like an elitist here, but it's kind of the truth. If you play on PC, you often have better graphics than if you play on console. But if you play on console, you might have more fun. I don't know. I play on PC. I like PC more. You can like whatever you want. But I think that if you make exclusives available, you remove all the exclusives, make it everything on every console, PC and then Nintendo maybe will just rise to the top. While now, if you like to play on PS4, you want to have your exclusives on PS4, do it, go for it. But if you make, so let's say God of War and also those nice games on PS4 or maybe those nice games on Xbox comes to every console, I think that PC will rise to the top. But one thing that might stop that is with PCs. If you want a good PC, that's not like the PC you buy from Best Buy and other graphics card in, it'll cost you some more money than a console. So then if you want to have a cheap console, just play games, then go for the consoles. That'll be, if that happens, the real exclusives. That's a really valid and good point to make if you are comparing exclusives. So if you want to have an exclusive, if you want to have a console, you'll often buy it for the games. So if you remove all the exclusives and make it every game on every console, then PC and Nintendo will probably rise to the top. If you're not, maybe you don't have a lot of money, you can't afford a good PC, then you probably go for Nintendo if you want to play all those nice games. You must buy a console. But I would just wish that you just remove all the exclusives and make it so everyone can ever play what games they want. Except maybe the Nintendo games, MOBAs and RTS, because they will be really hard to make on every single console. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, remember to hit the like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike. Tell me in the comments what you liked about what you disliked. What I should improve on. I know I should improve on the commentary. It's really shitty, I know. I'm really bad at talking. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember leave a like or leave a dislike if you didn't. And yeah, see ya.